Hello all my sexy McFaggots. My name is Ronald McDonald, better known as Ronald McPenis Clown Donald, and today I am going to read you the true and extremely sexually arousing story of my wacky Christmas antics. So grab yourself some Big Macs and fries and an extra large poopy cum McFlurry, cozy up by the McFireplace, and get yourselves into the sexy Christmas spirit. Here we go, children. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and inside of my ass, all my fart gas and feces were at critical mass. Down in my beef dungeon, deep under the ground, the fired employees and cows dared not make a sound. And I came down the stairs with a big burlap sack, almost big as my scrotum slung over my back. I approached as they slept in their cages and cells, while they dreamed of escaping their corporate hell. I opened each cell and each cow's cage likewise, and I woke them all up, saying, "Get out here, guys." They crawled from their cells, covered with bruises and grime, and the cows were malnourished, force-fed with pink slime. As they all looked up at me, clearly all terrified, I said, "Get to the sleigh now, it's time for a ride." Then I noticed one wagey, curled up on the floor, blood soaking his ass, which I'd left very sore. So I yelled over at him, "Bitch, I ain't playing games." Then I realized he died, that poor kid, what a shame. So off we all went, in my sleigh we all got, all except for the dead one, whom I left there to rot. In the trunk went my sack, such a big heavy load, and the malnourished cows pulled us all down the road. My testicles jingled as onward we rolled, and my waistcock's teeth chattered, all shivering cold. But then one's eyes went white as we came to a stop, right outside the home of his old mom and pop. I grabbed onto his wrist, led him up through the yard, while the cold air made both of our nipples rock hard. He trembled with dread, expecting his doom, as I opened the window to his empty room. Then he looked so confused that I thought he might bomb. He looked at me and cried, "Please don't hurt my mom." I shoved him in the window, stuck my head in, and said, "Bet you're happy to sleep in your own fucking bed. Bringing your ass home safely is the one gift I'll give. Just don't cross me again, 'cause I know where you live." I returned to my sled for my trip through the town to bring all my fired wages back home safe and sound. Once they went in their rooms, I went inside as well, to make their families' Christmases sexy and swell. Happy meals beneath trees, in their living rooms and hallways, and the Happy Meal toys were dildos, like always. At the dead wagy's house I soon chanced to arrive, to deliver the news that he wasn't alive. So I then placed a letter on the living room couch, along with a photo, which for my claims would vouch. It read, "Dear Mrs. Wagey, I regret to inform that your husband no longer wears our uniform. As you probably know, last week he was fired, then placed in my dungeon, where last night he expired. Here's a photo of his corpse to remember him by, and to prove my claims true, that he did in fact die. I've attached several coupons to make up for your loss, for free chicken McNuggets, and large fries half off." Now the morning was near, and my mission was done, so I took my sleigh back, from whence I had come. To the cows' great dismay, they went back in their cages, and I picked up the dead man I owed no more wages. To the grinder I brought him, to grind up his meat, to make burgers for Christmas Day's patrons to eat. But just then his eyes opened, and then they met mine. What a twist, what a shock, he's not dead, he's just fine. So I put him back down in the dungeon again, and I told him I'd taken home all his fired friends, that his wife thinks him dead, and for sure feels bereft, and I thought I was too, but I've still got him left. Thus my imprisoned wages all got to go home, except for the one that I left there alone. And instead of my dungeon being void of human life, there was one man imprisoned with a grief-stricken wife. That's my story of Christmas, a swell day for all, except that guy's wife, who will now cry and bawl. I hope it excites you, I hope that it thrills you. Now eat at McDonald's, or else I will kill you. I sure hope you enjoyed my swell true Christmas story. I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas, from me, Drew Pickles, Barney the Triple Testicle Dildosaur, Ned Flanders, Clifford the Big Red Gay Dog, Chez the Fister Finster, the Quaker Queer, the Wiggles, and the rest of the Barney Bunch. Later, you sexual sons of bitches.
The moral of this story is that, if you don't eat at McDonald's, then Ronald McDonald, better known as the penis
Ronald
clown.
McDonald, Ronald McDonald.
What the fuck do you want now, Barney?
I am utterly shocked at your gratuitous cruelty to animals and food service workers. How could you commit such atrocities?
Holy shit, Barney. After hearing what Ronald McDonald, better known as the penis clown, has said, I cannot believe I am going to say this, but I agree with you. Ronald McDonald, better known as the penis clown, how could you spend Christmas in your sexy beef dungeon with your imprisoned employees that you have fired and not spend any time with your Barney Bunch family like Clifford the hot gay red dog or the Quaker queer?
Oh, I'm ever so sorry, Drew. I will come straight home to the Barney Bunch Day Mansion as soon as I'm done giving my one remaining wage prisoner his gift.
Good. Now Barney, since you brought this to my attention so I could correct this unswell injustice, I will reward you by ungrounding you from having homosexual wiggle dance parties with the Wiggles, shoving Fruit Loops up your ass and having toucan Sam such as beak up your ass to eat them, rolling in Mario and Bowser's shit, shoving Aladdin's lamp up your ass and then rubbing it with your dick in order to shove the entire genie up your ass, and bringing Seabiscuit back from the dead to have him urinate all over you. Enjoy your Christmas, Barney.
Beg, your plan worked like a swell charm. Ronald McDonald, also known as the penis clown.
And that, my McFaggoty friends, is the real Christmas miracle of my story. A very merry Sexmas from me and Barney, and be sure to eat loads of poopy cum burgers at Christmas dinner.
The moral of this story is that, if your cock falls asleep while you are masturbating, it's probably a sign from God that you should masturbate earlier in the day, when your cock is wide awake.